Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
What up? What's happening? What's up? What's happening? All my haters, you hear that, man? It's good morning, man. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. So excited to be in here with y'all today. Glad to be in your service one more time. That's what the old people would say. Glad to be in his service one more time. So I'm excited to be here. It is to see you in the morning. It is my bad idea to wake up in the morning and give y'all way too much of my personal business just to discuss way too much that's going on in my personal life. Just put it all out there. I just think sometimes you just get to a point where you be like, here you go. My business is your business and your business is your business. Y'all don't tell me nothing, but I put all my personal business out there for y'all. So I'm excited to be here for y'all, with y'all today, May the 28th. Coming close to the end of the month. June's about to be here. June be Juning. For the most part, kids be out of school in June. So that's going to be interesting to see how that works out. The summer officially started on yesterday. It's just a lot happening right now. It's a great time. I'm going to be able to give my update on where I am in life with my 300-mile challenge. Now, my bike, I'm sitting here looking at my bike, still got a flat tire. Gotta get that fixed. Gotta put my bike back in the shop. Gotta get that fixed. Just haven't had the time to run through them with the holiday. I didn't know about putting it in, so I'm gonna go take that today to get that worked on. So gotta get that done. Just a lot happening. But anyway, welcome to See You in the Morning, man. My horrible idea to get up in the morning and give you too much of my personal business. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you have been here before and you chosen not robbery to come back and watch one more time, man, I appreciate you because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. A lot of folk, man, use this as their morning inspiration, what they listen to on their way to work or whatever, man. I definitely thank y'all for that. It wasn't until recently that I realized that this was an option for some people. Like it didn't really make sense to me. Like I just thought people did it because they were bored or whatever. But I had somebody tell me, they was like, oh man, if your show don't come on, then I gotta watch Steve Harvey. And I was like, oh, I gotta listen to Steve Harvey. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. Like that was a whole option that somebody actually told me that they had. So I was like, so it became a reality that like my little small piece of show is something that people actually listen to. Like my little teeny tiny piece of show. People be like, oh, okay, let me listen to that. I'm like, all right, that's what's up. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Now, what I do in the morning, the one thing that doesn't change every day, this show can go a variety of directions. Normally it goes left. But the only thing that stays constant on this show is me speaking to the people who speak to me. I speak to those that speak to me. It works out that way. So let me go ahead and get those out. The first three people that speak get the morning mythical medals. And so let me go ahead and do that real quick. The bronze medal goes to this morning, Kim Cat Thomas Jones. She was gold yesterday, back bronze, but she stays in that medal round. Winning the silver today is TT, Tiny and Tasty, Crystal Pinnell. Good morning. And winning the gold, I think maybe the first time I've seen this happen is Lynette Smith. So good morning, gold medal, Lynette. TT with the silver, and KK with the bronze. Almost winning a medal this morning, coming in the aluminum fourth. It's Janice Jewelry. DA, good morning. Eva Tay. Will Bird is in the building. Emmy time, Emmy Place. Michelle McKinney. Delisa, good morning. Good morning, Yana. Not a big star, just a medium star. I'm not even, maybe a dwarf star. It's small, but I got it. Jackie, good morning. Faquita, good morning. My man Snoop's in the building. Shannon, good morning. No, y'all, I got right now. We'll get into my bite. I don't have a Schwinn. It's more of a Huffy is what I got, but I'm getting ready to get another one. We're getting it at Starris, good morning. Dennis, good morning. Christina, seeing you in the parade. We're gonna have to talk about your form, Christina. Parade waves are from the wrist. We'll get into it. Eartha, good morning. Christine, Melissa, B. Michelle. Now, and she was last one. Now, weekend recap. I'm gonna get into that real quick. Good morning, Sandra. If you didn't get to see B. Michelle sing for 27 consecutive hours down at the Emoji Festival, it was a good time. I was down there. I supported. I don't know if you were able to see me, B. Michelle. I tried to make myself visible, but one of the things I felt like 3 sprinkles of rain, so I left. But what happened is I did go and talk to your mom and your husband as verification that I was there. So if you can go back and check with them, they'll let you know that I was there to support. I came out to support and left. You had that young man singing that song. He was singing that song in the highest key possible. It was crazy how that worked out. I was like, that young man is singing up there. But a fantastic performance by B. Michelle. Oh, that's right. I was there with Snoop. Snoop was there too. So as soon as I seen Rain, I was like, no, I'm out. I gotta peace out. So that was crazy. When that young man was singing, I forgot what song it was. He sang it really high pitch. It was good, but it was nice. So weekend wrap up. I went to the Emoji Festival. Big shout outs to the city of Portsmouth for putting on the Emoji Festival. But bad shout outs to the weather for washing out the gospel portion. They washed Jesus out. Tank went down there and gyrated and shook his hornpipes and did all that kind of stuff. Came out on stage half naked. We didn't get any bad weather for that. It was on Can We Talk. That's exactly right. Matter of fact, you had to move him up to the front. You like, let me move you up to the front. But it washed out Jesus. They had gospel groups all lined up for Sunday, and your mojo washed it away. God did not tell the storm. Then somebody was out there who came out there singing melodies from heaven because they did not rain down on me. It was terrible out there. The flood came through. They should redo it. They should redo the gospel. Now, I saw a couple people say that God got mad because they started charging for the Tank concert. I always want to offer like little teeny suggestions to help. I think the whole weekend should be free. I think the Emoji Festival, the whole weekend, either charge for the whole weekend and bring in all national acts mixed with some of your acts that live locally, and I don't call them local acts. Notice there's a difference. I don't like being called a local comic. I don't. I just happen to live here. And that's what I say, artists who live locally. Because nobody in Houston calls Beyonce a local artist. You don't ever go to Houston and they'll be like, here's a little local artist named Beyonce. No, that is not what you do. I don't like it because people using the term local to a artist, whether it be a musical artist, a comedian, an actor, whatever it is, using the term local is like when black women say lil. Oh, I seen your little show. I seen your little, here go your little $5. I see you. Whenever you throw that parameter in the beginning, it kind of belittles what a person is. So I try not to use the term local. I try not to use the term local. Anybody in Houston, they don't call Missy local act. They don't. So they don't. I give you that, and they shouldn't. So I don't know what you got to do the move, but Missy also moved. Missy also moved. Don't call her. Don't be like local. Ida said as though they're subpar. It doesn't make them subpar. Good morning, Patricia. Let it go. Stop calling people locals. I don't like using that term. I'm maybe an area artist that lives in the area, whatever. That's fine. But using the term, but I think it should be a mixture of both. Either you're gonna charge all the way or don't charge at all. And then if you're gonna charge, don't make everybody have to leave. The people that didn't want to see Tank, they just had to go home. It's like 8 o'clock, you had to go home. Let them have some time out there. Let the vendors keep vending. Either we charge when we used to go, Norfolk used to have, we got Umoja. Norfolk used to have what they used to have theirs used to be called something black too. We had Umoja, they had the Kente Cloth Festival or something. They had something over in Norfolk too. Norfolk had a whole festival as well. Afram, that's what they had. They had Afram Fest. And you just paid for Afram. You just paid for Afram, and everybody you either paid, and you got a mixture of local of artists who live locally and national acts. So you got a little bit of both. You mix them, you intertwine them throughout the day. I like and people just paid. You ain't got to pay a lot. You pay a nominal fee. They used to be packed out there at Afram. Afram used to be, I'm talking about flooded. Used to be flooded. And people paid a little nominal fee to get in, and it was a good time. We don't mind paying a little nominal fee if that's what helps you with the city paying for overtime and paying for the artists to come in. I like it. I like it. Just that little nominal fee. But they made it seem like they made it seem like the Umoja, when you say we'll give you all these people for free, but you got to pay to see these people. They be like, hey, you can get all these people for free, but you got to pay to see these people. I feel like Brittany put on a good enough show that I would have paid to see Brittany. Brittany's show was amazing. And you made her work longer than a lot of those artists that you paid for came in. Your artists that you had come, the bands that were from here, they had them do an hour and a half. You had to do 16,000 songs. They had to be completely prepared. You brought in the other artists that you only knew one song from. They did 3 songs and they was out. 30 minutes, they was done. It wasn't a different level of talent. So make sure we support all of it. I wouldn't mind. I pay my little $5 and get in. You was getting money from the vendors. You was getting. Sometimes I feel like the city can give back certain things. It was just a day, a festival, since it was a city sponsored festival. Now I will say this. My cheapness took over though. Because I only went for 2 reasons. I was Trey Songz. I only came here for 2 reasons. I can't lie. I went down there to check out Brittany. And I went down there to get a turkey leg. I was there for the turkey leg. I wanted a turkey leg. Listen, my mouth began to water once I realized it was that time of year. Festival time. I could run down there and get me a turkey leg. And that's all I wanted. I've been a big fan of the turkey leg. I've never really figured out as I've grown as an adult, I've learned a better way to eat that turkey leg. I realized I get the turkey leg on the way out. When I was young, in my youth, I get that turkey leg when I first get there, just walk around eating half of that brontosaurus leg. Just walking around eating turkey leg on a stick. Realize now you get the turkey on your way home. You take that turkey leg home and you can ration that turkey leg out and eat it. I went with a predetermined amount of what I was going to pay for my turkey leg. I went in and said, I'm going to pay $15 for this turkey leg. That was what I predetermined my turkey leg was going to be. $15. I went to the turkey leg people and they told me 20 plus tax. for one leg of a turkey. For one simple leg, not multiple legs. One little handicapped turkey. Is one turkey to run around legless. One little hip hop turkey. I say I'll pay 15. I'm ready for it. They told me 20. I walked off. Listen, I did what that turkey was unable to do. I walked away. I could have brought me a prosthetic leg for $22. You know how many rotisserie chickens I can get for $22? 10. Okay, maybe not 10. But I can at least get me 4, 5. I can at least get me 4, 5 rotisserie chickens for that $20. What's Sam's rotisserie chicken? $23.99, something like that. I don't know. I ain't bought one in a while. But I know I can get a whole chicken. I know if I went to go buy me a turkey leg, that's gonna be about $3.99. If I went right now to my local grocer, bought me a turkey leg, and put that thing back on my grill, and the turkey leg don't take nothing. I'm gonna wrap that turkey leg up in some foil. I'm gonna season that thing, put that turkey leg in some foil, slap that thing on there low and slow, 250. Let that thing smoke for about 7, 8 days. I put that turkey wing on. I put that turkey leg in there right now. Rotate it every 6 to 7 hours, low and slow. I'm gonna get 2 in a pack. Good morning, LaTroy. Listen, it's people out there, prostitutes, that don't pay $20 to get a little bit of baby leg. But you gonna charge me $22 for one turkey leg? And I didn't say nothing to the purveyor, but I did realize that there won't no long line this year. Usually the turkey leg line be longer than summer school. Won't no line at the turkey leg this year. He looked upset. Good morning, Kim. He looked upset. And I guess everybody had been asking him the same question because he had plenty of turkey legs on the grill. Like, how much a turkey leg? He just kind of shook his head. He was like, $20. And it was done. You when they want out on the turkey legs, you can't do it. You can't charge nobody $20 for one leg. I think it's highly overrated. I don't get the turkey legs when I go to Busch Gardens. Because Busch Gardens, you get a turkey leg, be same turkey leg, be $447. It don't make no sense that the turkey leg costs more than it costs me to get into the park. No, man, I can't do it. I'm not paying a dub for no turkey leg. Now, why people still going crazy about seafood? We done already pillaged the entire ocean. Now, I just read a report that they ain't got no more blue crabs. Well, of course we ain't got no more crabs. It's a crab boil on every corner. No, ain't no more crabs. Now everybody's selling crabs. I ain't never seen. I wasn't looking for. I wasn't out shopping for crabs as a kid. The man said you had a cap or umbrella. You got it, and you just told him, and I'm gonna keep it. I spend my. It ain't the fact of whether I got the money. It ain't. That's the whole thing. It's not whether I have the money or not. I could have paid $20 to get a turkey leg. I could have. It's the principality. I'm not giving you no $20. I'm not giving. There is nothing. Listen. Hear me, and hear me well. There is nothing I'm paying $40 for one meal in any restaurant that moves on its own. Any restaurant that you could put on the back of your truck, I'm not paying $40 for nothing. There's not a platter. For me to pay $40 for one platter, it better be food for me, whoever I brought with me, and one more. And then the turkey leg won't even good. Then it won't even good. I don't know because I didn't purchase it. I support my man with J&K Grills. They got a J&K Grill. The daughter, she got 3 food trucks. I'm a huge supporter of what they're doing. I love what she's a senior in high school. Already got her 3 food trucks. got her life planned out, food truck, not paying $40 for no one meal. Not doing it. Matter of fact, he's one of the people, as y'all know, I'm a reluctant, well-known person. I'm not a celebrity by any means. I'm just, people know me. I'm well known. People know me. Everywhere I go, people know me. I went the other day and went out to celebrate a friend of mine's birthday. We went to brunch. I walked in. It was like it was as if I was on a political run. I had to walk through the restaurant. And shake hands with 36 people. I tried to sit down. Everybody, hey, Cletus, hey, walked over to the table, and I didn't know who a lot of those people were. I didn't have any idea who they were. Walk over, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Good seeing y'all. People like, man, you know, we happy to see you. Man, I'm happy to see y'all. That's what I'm saying. Walk over to every table. I had to walk almost every table in the restaurant. The owner came out. The owner was like, man, I thought that was you in here. Spoke to me. I've had people all the time be like, man, do you know you look like? The problem is my mouth. Once I start talking, people be like, oh, yeah, that's definitely him. People will say all the time, you look like, but once I start talking, it be a wrap. Kevin says, only one moving platter I'm willing to pay for. That's the poo-poo platter. I know what you're talking about. But I'm not, I'm reluctant. J&K was the only person he ever came to me. He told me something, man, listen. He said, man, people should be paying you to eat at their restaurant. If you come in and you eat, you as endorsing the restaurant, I love it. I was out yesterday. We'll talk about that too. J&K. So I always give a big shout out to J&K Grill. I always give a big shout out to J&K. I give a big shout out to my man Dozier with his seasoning. Man, I put Dozier on. He hit me up. He said, man, you put my season out there, man. People been getting my season. I never got the season before. So influence. There's an influence. Feel like somebody just walked behind me and don't nobody else live here. He said, I'm not cheap, but I'm a discerning consumer. I refuse $20 for a turkey leg, $10 for a hot dog platter. $10 for a hot dog platter. And some things you kind of gotta understand. Like if you go to a sporting event, you know they got you by your hot dog. They got you. They know they got you. So they be like, hey, look, it's $10 a bus. So I'm most of the time I'm just gonna be like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna be no time, no, I'm good. To me, like a sporting event, for me, the food is part of the ambiance. But I think we can't just be out here taking advantage of people. Now, there's two sides to every story. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. 3 sides. The turkey leg was walking behind me. That's hilarious. Then there's 3 sides of the story. Now, I understand from the consumer's perspective, sometimes them people charge them too much to be vendors at their event. Sometimes those vendor fees be higher than giraffe coochie. I get it. I get it. Sometimes those vendor fees be higher than giraffe coochie. And I know a lot of them people make up the price just for being at that event. So that's one of the things that really upsets me. When I know I can get that same turkey leg from you for $10 next week, but you charge me $400 just because we was at it, ain't gonna taste no better at your Moja. It ain't no Yamoja flavored turkey leg. It ain't that. That ain't happening. Weekend recap. So I didn't do a lot this weekend. Yesterday, I realized how old I am. Yesterday, I realized I done got up in age. 41 is a legitimate age. 41, I'm legitimately grown at the age of 41. I went to a parade yesterday. And I made up in my mind, I never got to do another parade ever again. I don't need to do any more court work. I don't need to do any more parades unless I do something like the Macy's Day Parade, the Rose Bowl Parade. Like if I'm going to a parade, I need to go to a real parade. I need to go to a show enough parade. Because yesterday, I went to the parade. It rained at the parade. It literally rained on the parade yesterday. Literally laying on the parade yesterday. And I realized it won't no fun. Oh, I'll go to a Disney parade, Sharon. I'm in for that. But no, I'm not. I'm good on parades. I got rained on. Now, I realized 41 brings wisdom. And some of the wisdom that I had, I don't understand why other people didn't have. I know what an awning is. I know what an overhang is on a building. And I realized if you stand under one of them, you don't get wet. I stood back. It won't like it was so many people you couldn't see the parade. I stood under the awning. I didn't get wet. And we stood there for a long time. Then when the rain really, really came down, everybody else was running in the rain. You're going to get wetter by running. If you don't believe me, drive in your car. It's simple science. Drive in your car. If you're on the interstate and you're driving, or even on the street, it start raining. If you're doing 5, you can see the rain hitting your windshield. But if you do 55, that rain coming down. Slow down, less rain. People's out there raining, they was getting drenched, babies and all that kind of stuff. Me personally, I had already planned to watch the whole parade. Meaning, I was going to be out there for the whole time. So once it started raining hard, I just moved onto the porch. I stood on the porch of the church. And I just watched everybody out there running and getting all super wet, just as dry. Little homeless man came up there and stood with me. We chatted a little bit. And I watched the rest of the parade, just as dry. I stood under the awning. I realized this part of the building, it was dry. I looked at the ground, seen the ground was dry. It is where I need to be. That was all I needed. Keith said he put Rain-X on himself. But I realize now, the parade yesterday, it was 4 bands. It was what, 60 or 70 people in the 60 or 70 different things in the parade. 4 bands. I need more bands. I need the music of a parade. Parade got to have music. It's got to have bands, got to have music. It was 4 bands. And the rest was just people driving by in their car. It won't even like no fan, like people was just in a personal vehicle. I'm like, wait, what's this? Won't no balloons, won't nothing. I didn't understand what was happening out there. And I realized this ain't for me. This right here is the equivalent of me sitting on my porch. If I sit on my porch and watch traffic drive by, it's the same thing as the parade. The only difference is the people wave back to you. What band? There was no band that wasn't from Portsmouth in there. So you had the 3 high schools from Portsmouth, Churchland, Norcom, and Manor, and New Generation Band. And that was it. I don't know, we reached out. It wasn't like the other high schools had something to do. I remember back in the day, I'm going to tell you what, back in the day, a band? Man, they used to throw, you used to get candy, gifts. Everybody had stuff to throw. Kids can get out there, you break an arm or something. That's good work. You had to body up. They had none of that. We had no bands, none of the college bands. So now the college bands, I kind of understand because it's off season for the colleges. The kids ain't in college. So I get that you didn't really invite the college bands. That would have been a lot for the college bands with college being over to have to be able to participate. But high school is still high schooling. They still got a couple of weeks of high school left. In my day, and I hate being that guy. I'm 41 years old. I'm already in my day. But in my day, a parade, the number of bands alone, all of the Portsmouth bands would be there. Booker T would come across the way. Nansemond River, Lakeland. Everybody. But now you can't throw nothing. I get Parks and Rec saying no items thrown. I know they trying to make sure everybody stays safe. We done become too PC. You can't even throw nothing at people no more. That was the fun of a parade. That's where the parade really jumped off. getting the candy, getting that one item thrown. Somebody had one little football and you throw it off the side and 17 kids. The Dallas Cowboy fans had a parade float. That's how bad it got out there. That's how bad parades have gotten. The Dallas Cowboy fans put in a parade float. And I'm gonna tell you what, if they were judging the floats, I'm gonna tell you which one didn't win. Is that one. The Dallas Cowboys can't win nothing. I realize it ain't really ain't nothing that I wanted. I watched the parade. It really won't. The parade won't parading. Now, this year, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm not coming for the Cowboys. I'm just telling the truth. I don't know how you let the Cowboys, like the Cowboys ain't even a local team. How did they end up, they all the way in Texas, how they end up with a parade float? Somebody explain to me who let that slide. Who do I need to call in Parks and Rec about that? Because that was completely and utterly ridiculous. The Dallas Cowboy fan club had a parade float. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. I've never wanted to boo as much as I did that one. I've never wanted to boo a parade float. I booed. I boo them. It was one clown. It ain't had but one clown, and the clowns on that Cowboy float. It was one independent clown and the clowns on the Cowboy float. That was the only clowns that they had out there. Now they turned it into a political thing. And of course, people are upset. People try to I'm tired of making everything racism. I'm sick of them making everything in the world racism. Let me be honest. 41 years old, I believe there's a certain level of decorum. Last year at the parade, some of the dance teams came in and they were twerking. It was Memorial Day. And they was out there twerking for Memorial Day. This Memorial Day is basically a funeral day. Memorial Day is basically a wake. July 4th, I'm with all of it. July 4th parade, drop it low, girl, drop it low, girl. You can do all the splits and twists. Anything that you want to do. Shake what your mama gave you. What's my favorite word? I talk about let it all rock. Memorial Day. That's me. That's my whole thing. So I think there should be a certain level of decorum, a certain standard when you in there. I just don't think twerking, dropping it low is a lot. I've never been a fan of some of the outfits. I just realized it ain't for me. Dance ain't for me. It just the modern dance. Y'all put them girls in the little teeny outfits and be like, you get over sexualize it. It's just no. If you're doing the same dance that we yelling out, go sexy to when Sexy Red does it, don't try to act like all of a sudden now it's an African dance. It's our culture. It's not our culture. Everything ain't our culture. From the windows to the walls is not culture. There is a difference between an African cultural dance and dropping it like it's hot. Please stop putting ratchet on our culture. I can't stand the fact that black people will be like, that's just our culture. That is not just our culture. It's different. Atlanta's a whole different country. Atlanta doesn't count, Sharon. That's a whole different country. That's a whole different world. Atlanta is Sodom and Gomorrah. It's Samora. Stop blaming it all on our culture. I'm different. I've discussed it even as a father of a daughter. I ain't never really been for. A lot of it is just sexually. Like I'm just like that's the wrong move. And we got them doing it a little bit too early. And I think that's how we should do it. When I was a school director, you could only play patriotic music in the Memorial Day parade. And I think that's fine. And culturally, here's what I feel like. If you're that good of a band and they tell you to play something, you can. I know some people may not believe this. This may be hard for a lot of people to understand, but bands are about music. Yes, we use the dance and there's some stepping and all that kind of stuff, and all that accentuates what they're doing musically. But a band, first and foremost, is about music. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Juliet, because you are a whole band director, one of the best band directors in the entire country, bar none. What you have done with every band program that you have ever touched is you have exemplified it, accelerated it, and made it so much better. You have set the tone for every band that you've gone in. There is not a band that has not been lifted because you've touched it. And I'm not just saying this because she's a good, dear friend of mine. I've actually watched what she's done with her, with the bands that she's been in, and each of those bands have been much, much better. Not that time, not Memorial Day. Memorial Day ain't the one for that. July 4th, even Thanksgiving, like you would not get, here's the thing. And people can, if you set a standard, people will follow that standard. I hate that Portsmouth has to become the bottom feeder of standards. When Norfolk has the Grand Illumination Parade, Norfolk tells you, you're going to come here, you're going to be Christmas. You come here, it's going to be Christmas. You're going to play dancing around the Christmas tree, jingle bell. This is the standard that we set for this parade. You fitting to be Christmas. If you're going to cheer, it's going to be a Christmas cheer. If you're going to dance, it's going to be a Christmas dance. They do not lower their standard for their parade. If you're going to put floats in this parade, they're going to be Christmas floats. Stop being like, well, our kids enjoy twerking. Our kids go to everything else where there's a standard and they meet that standard. Our kids, our adults, everybody, Portsmouth can meet whatever standard that there is. So we get here and they be like, let them twerk. It's twerk time. Twerk something, yin yang in this thing. No, not on Memorial Day. July 4th, I'm all for it. Fishbowl, we don't even know what the fishbowl is. We just celebrate it. Let it fly. Cheeks to the sky, let it fly. And I realize everything ain't for me. Set a standard. Set a standard. The parade wasn't unorganized. Now, here's what I will say, Z. The last few years, people had got in, and their mindset is we can just get in the parade. They had like dance teams and stuff, and so some of the dance teams was like, we just gonna get in here and we're gonna shouldn't see your tongue out on Memorial Day. My granddaddy didn't die in Vietnam for you to have your tongue out. That's not what he was here for. And so they put a standard up. They said, no, this didn't work. And so what they decided to do, because they were kind of unregulated, was they were like, we're not going to let no dance groups in. And somebody complained, and we had some guys on city council because they trying to buy votes right now. You have people in city council right now trying to buy votes. So they feel like, oh, here's how we do it. Tell them they can come to summer camp for free. That'll get them. So then when they told them that they had to make some changes, and what they did, they didn't allow dance groups that were not part of a school They told them they couldn't be in it. The dance groups got upset. So somebody on city council like, oh, let's put them in. And this is how you know that they didn't know anything about it. They got on there. They're trying to buy votes. So they're like, no, we need to let them in. It's racism. They wouldn't let the black kids in and blah, blah, blah. So let them back in. And this is how I know they didn't even know anything about the process. This is how I know they didn't even know about the process. They so unaware of the process that they said, and give them back their money for registration. There ain't no registration fee. You so unaware of the process that you had no idea that there wasn't a registration fee. You out there trying to refund them money that they didn't even spend. And then you didn't even come to the parade. You didn't even come to the parade. How you gonna get out there and make you ain't even come? But that's neither here nor there. Didn't even show up to the parade. I'm telling y'all, like they really think that they can fool the city. They be like, let's buy a couple of these votes out here. We'll do this. It was crazy. It was crazy work. But that's just me noticing what I noticed about the city. Now, one thing I did really enjoy though, here's the only reason why I would still go to a parade. I didn't enjoy the parade as far as an entertainment for me, because like I said, it was just me watching cars drive by. I talked to some people and they were like, man, we got to do more. We got to advertise this parade. We got to be able to get out there and tell other cities, hey, you bring your bands, you do this, you bring your groups. I think that'll be great. There's a lot of community bands out there. People be looking for opportunities. You got to just let them know that these are the opportunities. The only thing that I really did enjoy about the parade is that the parade is one of those opportunities where you get to see a lot of people you haven't seen in a long time. Everybody comes out to the parade. As you start getting older and realizing that people got their grandkids are marching in the parade. I had my uncle in there and some family members. I knew some people that had floats. So me to come out and support. So a lot of people come out and support people they know. And so in that, if you actually walk up and down the parade route too, you start seeing a lot of people that you know. Hey man, I ain't seen you in a while, man. Hey man, it's good to see you doing good. You get to catch up. That's one of the things that I did enjoy about a parade that's right here at home, a hometown parade. For me, that was one of the better things about it, that you were able to go through and you be like, hey man, I ain't seen you in a minute. I actually got to stand with one of my homeboys and we talked pretty much the whole parade, man. And he was able to reminisce on when he was in a band and this, that, and the third. And we saw people that were walking by just were able to speak. That was really cool. I saw my cousin who just turned 75. He was like, man, I just turned 75. I don't miss the parade. So that used to be great. Man, that used to be one of the, like, to me, that used to be one of the coolest things for kids. When you used to have kids back in the day, Norfolk State Band, like Fishbowl Parade, I remember kids used to get excited to get behind Norfolk State Band and just follow them up the parade route. That used to be their drop. You find a band or a group that you really, really enjoyed and you follow them all the way up the parade route. It's a good time, man. Now kids probably just do parades on YouTube or something. They probably just 2K it or so. I don't know what they do, but I was really excited. So for me, I think the joy of parades is gone. I like seeing the people, the camaraderie. I just didn't enjoy parades. I'm not gonna say that out loud. I'm not, where I am to the heart. I'm Woodrow to the heart. So I'm not going to come out there and give. Now it's changed. And I implore people, get your kids involved in stuff. The number of people in bands now, it ain't what it used to be. The band used to be, I'm not trying to take away from Norcom calls itself the versatile 100. They need like 4 bands to be 100. It is nowhere near one. I can count. It used to be so many people in the band. Man, the bands used to be cray. The number of people that used to be in band, if we took all 3 of our bands now, we would probably equal to what the size of what Norcom's band used to be. And I don't blame the band director at all. It's now a mindset of the kids. Kids don't want to be in the band. It's hard to get. I don't know what but the parents, we got to be able to get these kids in the band. We got to get kids in these events. So Shannon, you're giving me something that I didn't think about. Elective options have expanded in high school. We only had PE. PE was not an elective. PE was that's a real class. Shannon, PE was a real class. You had your electives used to be band and orchestra. You used to have band and orchestra. Band and orchestra was an elective. Home ec was an elective. PE was not an elective. PE is a graduation requirement, ma'am. Don't do PE like that. PE is a real class. To be doing PE like that. You gotta start metal shop. Yep, they used to have shop. Now they've moved those into the CTE requirements now, so you have a lot more requirements. You can get those classes. Art was a class. Y'all gonna stop dissing art. Art wasn't just an elective. Art was a whole class. Now we got a lot of CTE. We are expanding what we offer in high schools throughout, and I think that's a fantastic thing because I realize now, and I think we're all starting to realize that every kid ain't gonna go to college. We used to have schools set up to send everybody to college. Everybody ain't going to college. Everybody ain't going to the military. That's just gonna be a fact of life. That's just gonna be a fact of life. You ain't those two things. That ain't happening. Everybody ain't going to college. Everybody ain't going in the military. So we got to prepare them for real life. I think we should have. You can be like, listen, are you taking an educational course or are you taking the real life courses? Because if we're gonna do real life, we're gonna teach you. Listen, in real life, you don't need any more than alligator math. Greater than, less than. You ain't got to take no geometry. You ain't got to take none of those things because you just go in a regular class. You just go in a regular real life school. So if you go in a real life school while they taking geometry, while they taking chemistry, you over here taking balancing checkbooks. You out here taking real classes on how to do resumes, how to do what taxes are gonna be like. And we're not saying that y'all not gonna need them on those other levels, but we prepare you to go to college. But over here, you're gonna take credit counseling. Yeah, you're gonna take credit counseling. You're gonna learn entrepreneurship from this angle. This is how you start a business. Ain't nothing wrong with taking a whole class of taking kids and showing them this is the process of getting a business license. This is how you get a 501c3. This is how you get a LLC. I think all of those are great. I think all of those are real life situations. When we can prepare kids for college or life. And I'm not saying that college ain't life, but you're gonna learn a lot more lessons in college as well. But if we prepare our students for real life, I think we work. I think we'll start seeing it. I don't have no problem with teaching kids how to do lawn maintenance. I have no problem with it. I had no problem with you saying, "Hey, little man, you ain't going to college, are you?" Nope. Let me show you how to work in the shipyard. Hey, man. You ain't about to do this. Let me teach you how to do lawn maintenance. Let me teach you how to cut the grass. Every school got grass. They got grass. You can teach them. Look, this is how we maintain. Here's how we do lawn maintenance. We got some kids in the lawn maintenance. Cool. This is how we do it. Now we've cut down on the budget that we spending every year on getting our grasses cut and all that stuff because we got kids that's doing it. We got kids right now they cutting the grass. You ain't never got to worry about your baseball field being maintained, your football field being maintained, your softball field, because you got kids that's going in. You got kids that's going in and they doing it. They cutting that grass every day. That grass getting cut, that yard getting maintained. They learning how to properly use a weed whacker. Let them kids whack their weed instead of smoking all of it. Now, horticulture class, yeah, you're going to teach some kids how to grow weed. It's all right. It's legal now. I don't know, man. That's just me. It's just me being 41 and realizing stuff. This is me being 41 and realizing stuff. Band gets a lot of kids through college. Kids in band, a lot of kids go to band scholarships. I'm just telling you, this is just me. This is just me thinking outside of the box. I think we got to look at our kids differently. I know because I got 2 kids. I got one that wants to be a doctor and the other that wants to be a chef. How do I better facilitate the chef? How do I better facilitate the chef? Band has saved a lot of lives. I'm definitely not anti-band. I want more kids in band. I want more kids in orchestra. I want more kids in band. I want more kids in orchestra. Here's the thing about band. A lot of people end up learning how to play an instrument. If you learn how to play an instrument so well, that's a life skill that can actually make you money forever. The number of people I know who get gig work and stuff like that, man, everybody's church needs a drummer. You learn how to play the drum set. It's crazy. We got to change with this generation. Lisa is saying it right. This is a whole different generation. This generation of kids is a new generation of kids. As we were different than our parents, so are they. So are they. Everybody not going to play sports. Everybody not going to play sports. Let me just be honest with you. First of all, everybody's not going to play sports. Number 2, as much as I love sports, I am a sports guy. I started coaching when I was 18, coached about 20 years. I still at heart am a coach. Everywhere I go, I'm still coaching. I'm watching, I'm coaching. Like, I love sports. But I'm going back and I'm realizing I haven't made any money from sports. Except when I coached in high school. It ain't really make me no money. I haven't made money playing sports. So let me just most people, what is it, about 1% of people become professional athletes. So the fact that all we ever do, or all that a lot of people ever do, is they try to be like, let's open up more basketball gyms. Let's open up. And everybody don't play basketball. Let's open the gym and let's open up the rec center. Everybody ain't playing basketball. Everybody ain't playing football. Sometimes we got to realize there's other things to put kids into. These kids are into a lot more than that. I have yet to see, and this is a real thing, I have yet to see them actually say, let's open up some gaming centers. These kids are into gaming and coding and gaming and coding. Realize what these kids are doing. I guarantee you, if you open up a gaming center, competitive gaming, team gaming, I guarantee you're going to get some kids. I ain't heard them say, oh, let's put up a music program where we can teach these kids how to make beats, make music. All the killers is making rap videos. At least make the music be better. I see all these thug kids that make rap videos. At least make the music okay. The music be terrible. I be listening. I be like, who edited this? Who did the mix on this? This is horrible. At least teach them a skill that's going to be profitable for them. This is different. But we got people who are so short-sighted in our leadership positions that all they be like is like, just throw basketball out there. If we open the gym, they're going to be all right. The kid that gets the kids off the street. They got to walk on the street to get to the gym. Shut up. The gym ain't over 24/7. Crime be happening at 1 a.m. They won't be shooting basketballs at 1 a.m. I just want people to just realize there's more to it, man. It's more to life. That's my rant for the day. It's a Tuesday. You know, we just talk about it on Tuesday. We talk about it on Tuesday. Okay, there's nothing wrong with vocational school. Sometimes we got to change the mindset of people. I think that especially in the African American community right now, we like to tell our kids that they're not successful if they don't go to college. We got to take that away. We got to take that mindset away. We got to take that mindset away. That is not the measure of success. We always be like, you ain't successful unless you went to college. Then you look at your granddaddy who put all 7 of y'all through college, bought you a house, 2 7 cars. My granddaddy made it through middle school. He didn't go to high school. Granddad became a chief in the military. He didn't go to nobody's college. Now, he worked to put his kids through college or provide them the opportunity to. It's just different. These kids don't care about college. Listen, these kids got a whole college with them every day. The University of Google, Google University has gone strong in our community. Everybody, they got all the knowledge, everything they need right there at Google U. Now what? It's different. It's a different generation. Let me get out of here, man. Next thing you know, I'll be yelling at somebody to stay out of my lawn. Get out of my lawn. I ain't never think I was going to get to this point. I really didn't. Matter of fact, I'm going to start wearing my pants up a little higher. I think today's the day I realized that I should be wearing my pants above my belly button. I'm gonna become one of those guys. I'm about to become a male with a fupa. That dude that got that fupa is always hilarious to me. Sir, if you don't untuck your stomach, why is you tucking in your stomach? I don't care where your belly is. You got to keep your belt underneath it. Don't put your belt over top. I'm sitting here complaining. I just listened to this whole rant, and I realize I'm an old guy now. I got to go ahead and put them pants up. Oh, Stephanie. Oh, my fault. You know, I said Brittany, but I also came out to see Stephanie. I came right in. Stephanie told me I was heckling her. I don't know how to act. Y'all got to forgive me. You got to forgive me, Stephanie. I just don't know how to act. I didn't know whether you were supposed to yell out. You know, Stephanie was like, hey, and that was a beautiful song called Love in the Garden. I was like, yes, Love in the Garden. And everybody was looking at me. I didn't know you were supposed to just lightly clap. I didn't know. You're supposed to only just, I know I'm uncouth, Stephanie. So sometimes I just yell stuff out. But Stephanie was amazing. Her band was great. Stephanie was like, oh my gosh, it's a heckler. I was like, I'm not heckling. I'm just yelling. I love it. I was like, yeah, Stephanie. So yeah, that was just me. That was just me being me. Sports yesterday, the Boston Celtics punched their ticket to the NBA Finals, defeating the Indiana Pacers. Big shout out to the Pacers, man, because they really fought hard. They didn't even have any players, but they fought hard. If you started at the beginning of the season and you said to yourself, ooh, what are the better teams in the NBA is going to be the Indiana Pacers, I don't believe you. I'm telling you now, I don't believe you. You can say it, but I don't believe you. I don't believe you. So big shout outs to the Pacers. They tried. They failed, but they tried. And I guess that's what really matters. So shout outs to them. Tonight, Minnesota and Dallas. I think Dallas loses one. I think Minnesota don't get swept. I think Minnesota wins one of these games. And then Dallas goes back. Takes over. But you know what? The game's in Dallas. So maybe we get double sweeps. Maybe we take these brooms out all over the place. That's all I got for sports. Word of the day. Oh, also in sports, I got to give a shout out to just kind of remembrance, man. Bill Walton died at the age of 71 years old. 71 years old. Bill Walton died of cancer on yesterday, man. So respects to Bill Walton. Just a funny, weird guy. One of those people who live life to the beat of their own band. Like we talked about band. That's a guy that definitely marched to the beat of his own drum. So Bill Walton, man, R.I.P. To him. R.I.P. to him. Today's word of the day is gadfly. G-A-D fly. F-L-Y. In literal use, gadfly refers to any of various flies, such as a horsefly, botfly, or warble fly. Warble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. That bite and annoy livestock. Gadfly is most popular in figurative use, however, when it refers to someone who provokes or annoys other people, especially by persistent criticism. The journalist was known as a gadfly for exposing hypocrisy in politics. Well, I guess that's what they're gonna start calling me. I guess they're gonna start calling me a gadfly. I'm out here gadflying. I'm just out here gadflying. Watch your gadflyness. I'm out here. I'm just a gadfly. That's me, gadfly. Bzzz. Hey man, have an amazing Tuesday, man. I hope everything works out for you this week, man. Oh yeah, Stephanie's an amazing saxophone player. Just fantastic. Hope y'all have an amazing weekend. Week. I don't know why my days are off a little bit. Hey, Janice, I didn't know you was here. Have an amazing week, man. It's Tuesday. We can go ahead. I know yesterday we had a late show. It was a holiday show, so we didn't really get to tell you to master your Monday because most of y'all were off. But today is Tuesday. Make your Tuesday terrific. Have a fantastic day. Make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody just happens to be you. Listen, God willing, the creek don't rise. We'll be back here to do this all again on tomorrow, the Wednesday edition. Love y'all. Peace.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you back play this Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off